Olympic hero Kurt Angle, and you're listening to the We Are Wrestling podcast.
Yo, listen, this is the best wrestler alive, Platinum Max, and you're listening to the We Are Wrestling podcast.
Hey everybody, Eric Bischoff here, and you are listening to We Are Wrestling podcast.
Hello everyone, this is Nunzio, former WWE Cruiserweight Champion, and you're watching We Are Wrestling podcast.
We Are Wrestling podcast. Check them out, man.
Stay tuned, listen to the podcast. Best one, Donnie might teach you a thing or two.
We Are Wrestling. And if you don't listen to it, then it's one-on-one with The Undertaker.
Featuring your host, Best One Dog, Danny Huckins, Ring Circus, and Dan Eddy. We are wrestling.
What is going on? We are Wrestling Maniacs Worldwide. Today, I'm your host, Rage Circus, with
Dan Eddy. Good podcast. What's up, Danny?
What's going on, man? It's going to be fun. Donnie is away today, but he'll be back next week. I appreciate you guys tuning into the podcast, and go easy on Rage because, you know, this is a lot of work putting this shit together. So if something fucks up, well, you know what? At least it'll be on recording, right?
I mean, this isn't my first time hosting the show. It's just this is my first time hosting the show on such last notice. Like, literally, I popped in the room with these guys. They're like, oh, by the way, you're hosting today. So I didn't have my hosting pants on, but you know what? Fuck it, we ball. But thank you guys again for watching an episode of We Are Wrestling Podcast. You guys already know all the good juices and fine details. You can find all of us down in the description boxes below, and make sure that you have the post bell notification turned on to make sure when we go live, upload something. And like always, videos be coming out of nowhere like an RKO. And you already know that the grind is real. God damn, that is a mouthful to do when Donnie's not fucking here. But how you guys doing this week?
I'm doing good. I had a good, relaxing weekend. Just been doing a little work and overtime, and yeah, been trying to chill.
How you been, Danny?
I've been good, man. Just busting out some content. Streamed Monday, streamed last night. I'll be streaming Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and just never fucking ends, man. It's the life of a content creator, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I get that. I've been I stream my whole full schedule every week, but I feel like somehow I'm still fucking super behind on everything. But like I said, fuck it, we ball. We're here anyway. But guys, we just want to take a quick second to say congratulations to Bret Hart's daughter. She just recently beat cancer, so hopefully the recovery goes super well and things stay very the same. So just a quick shout out to Bret Hart's daughter. And
Absolutely,
fuck
man.
cancer.
Absolutely, man. A little bit information about me that not a lot of people outside of maybe Ben and Donnie. I don't even think Dan Eddy knows.
He does.
But when I was 11, I lost my mom to breast cancer. You know what I mean? So it's very, sentimental to me. And, just the fact that somebody was able to, she was, the 3 was about to get counted. She kicked the fuck out. I mean, the wrestling analogies, shout out to her, man.
Absolutely, man. But so last week on the Power of the Poll, we asked you guys, what should TNA bring back? So with that being said, let's get into the Power of the Poll. And it ended up being Lethal Lockdown with 64%. How do you guys feel about this?
Back when I used to watch TNA, because I started watching in like the infancy, I remember it was on ESPN or something like that for an hour way back in 2002.
Yeah.
Lethal Lockdown was very fun. It was like a sort of like a mixture of like a hardcore match, and like there's just a lot of stuff going on. I enjoyed it though. So, that the fact that it won, I mean, I'm down, bro. I'm down for fun, and that's what that match was.
I'm down for fun. I'm down to fucking clown. Love to hear it, man. Yeah, I didn't start watching TNA until it landed on Spike. So that was what maybe
That was like 05, 06.
yeah,
somewhere around
05,
there.
06.
Say at
So
least
like
mid-2000s,
still
yeah.
about 20 years ago. But I mean, like that it was just barely scratching the surface of the glory days of TNA. So,
Yep.
but next week for next week's Power of the Poll, we are going to ask you guys which casket match is the best. So make sure you guys cast your votes in. So next week we can see which casket match was the best. All right, and before we get into all of like the regular We Are Wrestling shenanigans and everything, we just want to say the next super chat goal of $150 at Big Event New York. Best one, Donnie must have Bret Hart and Goldberg sign this action figure. The goal has to be reached by November 8th, 2025. Isn't that Donnie's birthday? I'm pretty sure that's his birthday. What a chat.
It might be.
I think it's his birthday.
Yeah,
I think it's like
think so.
November 8th or 9th. I think it's the 8th, though. Either way,
double
this is
check
the
here real
schedule
quick.
also upcoming for We Are Wrestling. So Monday, we have obviously the LFG Season 2 review. Tuesday, we had the NXT Showdown watch-along. Wednesday, we have obviously the live podcast. And on Thursday, we have an extra, which we are going to promote right now.
This Thursday, October 9th, live on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We Are Wrestling Podcast Extra is happening. We're going to be talking about all the additional news that is going on this week in the wrestling world, including Karrion Kross possibly going to AEW, a couple contract updates from both WWE and AEW, and John Cena's possible final opponent. Hope you guys join us live Thursday, October 9th, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with the best one, Donnie, on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel.
I love it so much. I love how he always uses the 90s porn instrumentals. I love it so much.
That's why he's the best one, bro.
Yeah, man. All right. And then finally, last but not least, this Saturday at 8 a.m., thankfully, thank fucking Christ, and not 5 a.m. this year, we have Crown Jewel Perth streaming a live watch along between me and Dan Eddy this Saturday. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a good time hanging out. So come follow if you guys are not. So, boys, we have a very easy show today. I'm assuming that's why you guys put me up for the hosting duties. So, the only news that we really have to talk about, other than we're going to be going into the Crown Jewel predictions match by match, and we're obviously going to give you guys how we feel about the build-up, how we feel about the whole thing going on, the scoop, and then the finish, obviously. And this is going to be for the We Are Wrestling World Title, which currently Dan Eddy is the capable holder of. Thank God the other Reign of Terror is. This is at least not a Roman Reigns Reign of Terror, so I'm pretty fucking stoked about it. Look at that guy. Where did you get that? Did Donnie send that to you?
Wait the 5th. So
the what?
Yeah, full transparency. You sent me the belt, and then I made like the labels and stuff. Like
Oh,
the
you
white
did?
background. Yeah, I made this. Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. I never asked about it last time, so yeah, like I was wondering how that came to be.
So yeah, it's just it's like a toy, championship belt. I don't know if we can actually say the name, but you can probably tell the logo and the brand. But I put the logos on here, I printed them off, and just kind of figure out the width, like what the size print on or whatever.
What up,
so
Josh?
I like made the width and whatever. And then with this, you can still see the logo. So I just put the white background with all the rest of the logos I didn't use. And
Dude, that
it
is
put together.
honestly kind of fucking
Artistic
gas.
as fuck.
And I'm not gonna lie though, when you come up to New York next year for fucking Fanatics, you have to hold the actual belt the whole time, just so you can get all that in.
I'm taking it home.
I'm taking it home. He's gonna slide it in his carry-on, bro. He's like,
I'm gonna be a 2-time champ. Two belt.
You'd be sitting first class all the way back to Arkansas and be like, yo, you want a
Be like-
picture with the world
I'd
champion?
be like Eddie 2 belts right here. Hashtag Eddie 2 belts.
Fuck yeah, man. So the only thing that we really have to talk about is Santos Escobar, not only in the same week, left WWE a free agent at midnight, October 7th. And then this morning, we get reports that he has signed a new deal with WWE on a bigger platform, bigger pay, and a lot more inclusion in storylines. What is your thoughts on this?
I find
First
it.
of all, So I didn't realize I dropped. I didn't even realize Escobar was still part of wrestling, to be honest. I thought he already left. And then when I heard that he got re-signed, I was like, oh, okay, cool. But when I heard that he was potentially leaving the WWE, like he hasn't had enough TV time lately. It's been the same stories for both Raw and SmackDown. So getting less TV time, but yet now later on the same week he is getting re-signed. So it was just sort of like, oh, okay, cool.
Okay. What do you think, Dan?
I actually find it rather hilarious because we already know what happened with the whole Andrade situation. You know, got fired by WWE, and now he's in the Don Callis family in AEW. And somebody posted this on social media, and they were like, Santos saw how jam-packed the Don Callis family was, and he fucking decided to re-sign with WWE.
That's so fucked.
He made a very smart decision because, like, if he were to go to AEW, I don't think he'd be creatively fulfilled. And I feel like that was the reason why he didn't want to, because they offered him a contract. They offered him a renewal before his expiration date. And he declined it because he didn't think that they were doing really anything creatively with him on TV. I mean, if he went to AEW, I feel like it'd be worse. I mean, they came to an agreement today, according to Sports Illustrated and PW Insider and all this. Santos Escobar left WWE, but he's back with WWE.
Well, again, under a bigger guise, so I think we might be seeing Santos Escobar on a little bit of a solo run here real soon. I think he's going to be destined for some pretty big things.
Honestly.
See, I think Santos with a good repackage, you know, like give him some motive and a good story with substance behind it, I feel like he could succeed. I'm not saying like, oh, he's world champion material. Not everybody's cut out to be, but like the dude can put on some killer matches. The dude had a lot of hype behind him during the Mysterio fucking storyline before he turned. You know, so if we can harness that kind of heat again and harness that kind of lightning in a bottle, we might be able to do something with it, and we might be able to do something with him that is compelling. I think he's talented. It just, you know, it kind of all really just depends on creative and like what they have for him, what angles they can put him in that it makes sense, you know? I think ultimately I just hope for some kind of rebrand and some kind of new, fresh creative for him when he comes back, so it doesn't just, you know, become a flash in the pan and then it's just gone, you know?
Well, real quick, how would you want them to let's just say, quote unquote, reintroduce him? Would you want to have him like an open challenge, like how they did with Rusev?
So
or similar to how they did with Rusev?
See, I mean, maybe that I feel like that could be good, and maybe obviously put him over and like start a feud with Rusev, like a really good one. Maybe like I feel like obviously cultural, you know, representation is important, but you don't have to do it with every single Mexican or Hispanic wrestler you have. You can go other avenues with them, and I think that's something that WWE kind of struggles with, is breaking them out of that typical stereotype. And I feel like if he's not there and he's doing something that's, you know, more out of character, I think that would benefit him than just kind of keeping him in a little box that he's in, you know?
So I immediately thought after I asked that question was he would be the next one to show up if Sami Zayn were to do an open challenge for the United States title.
But the thing is, I don't want him showing up unless he's winning it, or unless he's like
right.
Close
That's
to
the only
it.
problem I had too, was unless he's winning it, then
Here's what I think. First of all, I don't want him going after Sami Zayn in the U.S. title because I feel like a better fit for that would be Obafemi when he gets called up. Obafemi's phenomenal, and it's only a matter of time before he gets called up. And what a better way to debut, beat Sami in an open challenge, and win the U.S. Championship. I would have Santos be a more darker character, kind of like what Pac was in AEW.
Same.
And I would have him move over to Monday Night Raw, and I would have him be the Intercontinental Championship.
See, I think Santos fits US, where I think Obafemi fits the Intercontinental more.
Yeah, but I just feel like what would give a bigger impact for Obafemi? Beating somebody like Sami Zayn or beating Dominic Mysterio? You know what I mean?
See, that's the hard
Dominic
part.
Mysterio.
I would go with Dominic. Sami Zayn, man, like I feel like between him and Santos, they just have a lot more match chemistry there, and it would translate into a lot better of a program than him and Obafemi. Because Obafemi is just massive, bro.
I just want Santos. He's been on SmackDown for God, I don't even know.
Sometimes, dude, the brand just fits the superstar a lot better, and I feel like Santos just fits better on SmackDown. He just does, just like kind of
Do we
how
know if he's going to be
kind of how
staying on
Batista just fit
SmackDown?
better on SmackDown too, and then you had fucking Triple H who fit way better on Raw.
I don't know where he's going. If he's going to Raw, if he's going to stay on SmackDown or whatever. No information about that has been made. But I mean, just put a title on him, man. Put a fucking title on the guy. That's all I want.
Maybe
he's
man.
too
Maybe.
good.
Yes.
Maybe. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, let's get into the main thing we came here to talk about this week: the Crown Jewel Perth 2025 predictions, guys. Let's fucking get into it with the very first match that we're going to be talking about here: Roman Reigns versus the Tribal Thief, the owner of the Shulafala, Big Bronson Reed. What do you guys feel about the build-up? Let me know.
Ooh.
We'll start with you, Huckins.
Go ahead.
The build-up has been good. Obviously, they had to sort of like take on the back seat. Kept Roman off TV for a while because he was off filming Street Fighter or whatever, and then he came back. This match wasn't made official until Monday. But I feel like over the last couple of months, there's been enough story, to really like warrant a rematch happening. And obviously, Bronson Reed beat Roman the first time. I definitely 100% think that Roman is going to walk out the victor in this match. And I feel like it's going to be awesome, man. An Australian street fight, like these dudes are going to fucking go at it, and it's going to be wonderful.
Okay. What are your thoughts, Eddie?
So I think let's start right off the bat. I think Roman Reigns will pull it off. They emphasize the part where Bronson Reed made this street fight famous in Australia, and kudos and respect to him for doing that. But
yeah,
I feel like this is the time where they've been building sort of like gluing it back together, where the original bloodline is starting to rekindle itself, as you will. And it started with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. And Jimmy Uso is not quite there yet. Who knows if he's actually going to like join the original bloodline, or maybe if Cody Rhodes were to have a group started, maybe he'll join over at his side. And we'll get to this later. It's a whole other topic. But with the Jey Uso and Roman Reigns relationship starting to come back together and sort of burying the hatchet, so to speak. And so with that in mind, Jey Uso giving it to street fight would probably help out Roman Reigns in case, the other Braun or Seth Rollins comes to help. And if Roman Reigns has Jey Uso to help and maybe somebody else to even the numbers, maybe, who knows? But I feel like Jey Uso in itself is going to be involved somehow in some way. Not saying he's the main reason Roman Reigns is going to win, but he's going to definitely be involved. And I just feel like it'd be Roman Reigns' turn to get the dub in this sort of rivalry between him and Bronson Reed.
And that's where I'm going to play the dark side. And I'm going to tell you that Roman's not winning this, bro. Roman's not winning this. If we want to protect Bronson Reed, 1, he's going to get the dub. 2, you also got to remember where we are. We're heading to Survivor Series now. We're building the teams. And in order to establish teams, we need to go through some animosity. And we still have a lot of time until Survivor Series. Roman is also not completely finished filming Street Fighter yet. So he's going to be off TV again for a little while. This is a street fight. They're in Australia, so he'll be able to just go right back to work where everybody else is going to be leaving. Mm-hmm. So, I do see interference happening in this match, but I don't see a win happening on Roman Reigns' behalf. I think that the Vision's going to take it. This is going to help establish who really is going to be on Roman's side in this War Games position. If the leaked list of the participants in War Games are correct, I'm in for a hell of a fucking birthday because Survivor Series falls on my birthday this year. So it's going to be a fucking incredible match. This night is going to solidify a lot of relationships and who's really on whose side. So I even think LA Knight's gonna have a fucking hand in it too. Like I think there is a lot to talk about, and I don't know, man. I think the buildup with this whole story, like there's been enough of a story, like Dan said, to warrant a rematch, but there's also enough story to further it towards War Games because we're ending out and capping out the year now. So I'm personally gonna go with Bronson Reed.
To add on to your point about solidifying the relationships, and then getting the Survivor Games going or Survivor Series going, where are we at with Solo Sikoa? Do you think he would show up and join Roman's side?
Honestly, I'm not. I forgot Solo existed for a little bit because ever since
I
he
did
dropped
too
the US
until
title,
just
he's
now.
just been gone. He's just been gone. So
The honey badger dug a hole.
I don't know, man. Yeah, he's just been kind of gone. I mean, that could definitely 100% be a possibility that he would join the Vision and not side with Roman and everybody. Like that does make a lot of sense.
That would boost the
But at the
ratings, I
same
guess.
time, he's also the leader of his own faction right now. That's kind of also on kind of hiatus, weirdly too. So
Yeah. I was just thinking about people joining in, like Tall as Fuck Tanya or Tonga, and then
yeah, I got you, man. I don't think that they're gonna
yeah.
have anything to do with this match, though.
don't think
I
so
think
either.
that it's just gonna be everybody that's gonna pertain to War Games, and they're nowhere near it. So, who do you guys got? I got Bronson.
I think we both got Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I
guys got
got to
Roman?
go with Roman. And one other thing I do want to talk about really quickly is the whole dynamic between Paul Heyman, Roman, and Rollins, who's obviously Rollins is the leader of the Vision.
Yeah.
But I feel like this match also ties into what is going to be the main event, Cody and Seth or whatever, because like who is really like in charge of the bronze? Is it Paul Heyman or is it Seth? I feel like
It's
we
Paul
find
Heyman.
out our answer.
It's Paul Heyman. Seth ain't with them every fucking week. Paul Heyman is, dude. He's the mastermind behind the whole thing. Seth's just the big fucking fish in that pond. That's it.
Yeah. And he's been
All right.
sidelined with the AJ Lee and CM Punk.
Yeah.
story, too.
So we're all in agreement there for like who we got winning. So you guys are
I gotta
Roman,
go. I
I'm
gotta
Bronson?
go with Roman. It just makes
Yeah,
too.
then,
I don't see Roman losing 2 matches back to back.
I think it's gonna be Bronson. I think we're gonna knock him down a peg, and that's what's gonna make Survivor Series a lot bigger. So moving on to our next match that we're gonna be talking about for the Crown Jewel Championship on the women's side, we have Tiffany Stratton versus Stephanie Vacure. What are we thinking? How are we feeling? The build-up, the story, the match, our predictions, our wins. Let's start with you, Huckins.
Well, first of all, I do feel like they have been doing a good job trying to tell this story because like they didn't have much time. Naomi got injured, and then Stephanie Vacure was supposed to have a match with Naomi for the title, whatever, and then it ended up getting switched because of pregnancy and this and that. So Stephanie being now the world champion, I feel like she has no other choice. Like WWE has no other choice in this situation but to have her win. Like if you have Stephanie Vacure, somebody as over as her, because the fans love her. If you have her go in, and this is her first match with these high of stakes, and with her being the world champion, if you have her just go in and lose to Tiffany Stratton, somebody that has had the WWE Women's title for months and that has had big moments and big matches here and there on PLEs and stuff like that. If you have her beat somebody like Stephanie, who this is her first big outing as the women's world champion, I feel like that'll be a very critical mistake by WWE.
Yeah. Wow. I do agree 100% that they have rewritten the stars quite well. Like I do want to give them props there. Like they've done a phenomenal job crafting this very on the fly story, and they're making Stephanie look incredible. And I honestly couldn't be happier for her. Eddie, what's your thoughts?
I think Danny was onto something because you had to say TKO and Triple H, or the creative brands in general. They have to ask themselves, who are they putting on the steam train right now, because they have been pushing the fuck out of Vacure. And Tiffany Stratton has been kind of like, like I'm still champ, still TP time, all that good stuff. But she's gotten the same opponents over and over again, which I'm still pissed about that last triple threat match. and then you throw her into this Crown Jewel Championship match against Stephanie Bakir, who's been pushed more times than an idiot using a pole door.
So I'm gonna be honest with you, because out of all of us, I was the most non-believer when it came to Tiffany Stratton. I
Really?
thought she was just another pretty face holding the title that is pretty, obviously talented. But let's be honest, she can't tell a story to save her fucking life. And that's the awful thing about the whole thing. She does not have the connecting factor to the fans, where she has more of the selling factor to the fans. You can't buy connection. You can't create connection. You either have that or you don't. Tiffany does not connect with a crowd the same way that, again, Stephanie Bakir has aura. And sometimes when you have aura, you don't need to say much to tell a story.
Mm-hmm.
And she's already doing that shit on the fly. And that comes a lot with her, what I think she said, like 11 years experience before she even got to WWE. So, I mean, like, she's been around the world and has seen different parts and has put all of these different styles and experiences together to craft what she's able to do now. Tiffany only really trained at the Performance Center. She only knows what WWE people have told, but she can't replicate that. She's got to do it on her own, and she does not. I feel like it was too fast for her. And I said that since the beginning. It was way too fucking fast, because she does not have the same callus that a lot of these other women do. Like, for example, why was it so long that Naomi got a fucking a title run? Like, she has been around for a long time and went other places. There's a lot more people, again, which is why when people are like, oh, is it too fast that Stephanie's the champion? To me, fuck no, because she's been around the world. Yeah, dude, she's been around the fucking world. She's earned it, dude. And she's also putting in extra fucking work to make this whole ship keep sailing, even with her struggles. That is a lot. She's also the world champion now, so she's got to be doing all that fucking press. She's got to do all the media, everything. What's up, dude?
I heard Stephanie went to WWE, and she wanted them to hire her a tutor so she can get better at English, so she can get better at promos. So she takes English classes several times a week.
They offered her a main roster to begin with.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And she wanted to go to NXT. I think she was like around the world for 9 or 10 years and then joined NXT and was there from there 2.5 years.
I first saw her at Forbidden Door, I think 2 years ago.
I first saw her in Japan, and then I saw her at
Forbidden
Door.
And
then a fucking week later, she showed up in WWE.
Yeah. So
and because of her, TK put in the fucking contract, if you come through Forbidden Door and you come to AEW, it's not a stepping stone to WWE. I ruined it for everybody.
I agree with your age to a point, because with Tiffany Stratton, the way she's not connecting with fans is because I think creative is giving her the same storylines. She's been fighting with creative and the Nia Jax.
I'm going to respectfully disagree, but I feel like creative is giving her what she can handle. It's like, we're going to give you just enough to maintain relevancy, to make it make sense that you are still the champion. But I feel like in that spare time, she hasn't really leveled up there on the mic. She hasn't really leveled up much in the ring. She hasn't had moments other than her off-script moment with Charlotte Flair that she had to fucking apologize for. Like, it's
still stupid, but yeah. I know
she hasn't had, like, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. At this point, I'd rather see the belt on fucking Jade Cargill, because she's had a moment, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
join the faction.
Did you join the faction, dude? I've always said that Jade's had potential. I felt ashamed because she really let me down for a little while. But after that horrific fucking spot she had with Nia Jax and finished the match, bro, I can't not respect it. I can't not respect it, dude. She fucking ripped her face wide the fuck open. You guys saw that shit on Insta, right?
Me and Jake Harper are like you and Karrion Kross. I feel like same
love.
Vibe. Same love.
Do you feel like Tiffany would benefit from, like, if we sort of got a title swap from like from SmackDown to Raw? So like,
she would keep the title and go over to Raw.
Tiffany takes the WWE Women's title and goes to Monday Night Raw, and we get the world title on SmackDown.
So we got a whole new playing field.
Different opponents. It's not the same story.
Honestly, I'm down for anything that would help her get away from Nia Jax.
I would only accept that if we had a legitimate draft. Like, I would want the draft to come back for that. Like, I'd want like the both titles going separate.
The last time we
Yeah,
had a draft,
absolutely.
I got a bad taste in my mouth, man. 95% of the people that got drafted, they got drafted to the roster they were already on. What was the point?
Dude, I want like an 05, 06 to 08 draft again, where shit was shocking, where a dude would get drafted, and then by the end of the night, you got the plot twist that he's going back, and he's got a new rivalry waiting for him. Those were the shit, dude. Those were the shit. I miss the GM shit. I miss that shit so much, bro. Like when fucking, I think it was Cena went to Raw and then went right back to SmackDown or some shit at the end of the night, and Triple H ended up going there too.
Like, I'll give you Bronson Reed and Drew McIntyre for John Cena in return.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd give you my whole left nut for Cena to not retire. So, who do we got winning, gents? I'm gonna start with you, Huckins.
100% Stephanie. Like I said, Tiffany Stratton, she's been champion for months. She's had PLE moments. She's had, Mania moments. She's had like these big moments as world champion. And Stephanie is the new champion, and she hasn't yet had those moments. And I just feel like it'll be a creative failure if they end up having Tiffany beat Stephanie.
Who you got, bud?
I got Buck here, Stephanie.
Yeah. So I 100% got Stephanie back here. Let's build the legacy. Let's keep this going. I think Tiffany's time as champion has honestly kind of run stale. I think that it's time to move on from there. And if I'm being completely honest, and I think that Stephanie's got a really, really, really bright future in this whole fucking business, man, especially in WWE. So I'm gonna go with Stephanie back here as well.
You know what I would like if Tiffany does go to Monday Night Raw? I feel like she'd benefit a lot to have a feud with Liv Morgan when Liv Morgan comes back.
That'd be kind of cool. But I think eventually we're gonna be. Depends on when she comes.
That's what I'm for. Like, who was she feud on Raw?
It would be Roxanne Perez. That's the long term deal. Is Roxanne Perez versus Liv Morgan?
All right, I agree, 100%. Yep.
So you said bet. All right, so we're all in agreement. Stephanie back here. All right, so the next match that we're going to be talking about on Crown Jewel is the Kabuki Warriors versus Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. What do we feel, gentlemen? I'm going to start with you, Huckins, as usual.
I feel like it's going to be a long shot, but I feel like Asuka and Kairi Sane are going to end up winning. I like the story, and I was very critical of the Kabuki Warriors and Asuka for a long time. But I really like this story. Like, Asuka's getting this mean streak. She's this more darker, edgier character. She has a fucking centipede painted on her face, every week.
Dude, that was fucking awesome, dude.
Bro, Kairi Sane is acting like a fucking abuse victim.
I fucking
Asuka's
love you so much sometimes.
At her, and she's trying to do everything she can to not disappoint Asuka, even when it comes to doing things that she doesn't necessarily like. She doesn't want to beat the hell out of Io Sky, but she feels like she has no other choice.
Yes, Asuka-san.
You know what I mean?
Did you watch Raw on Monday, Rage?
Were you about to call me babe?
No, well, I mean, that's what I was saying. But did you watch Monday Night Raw?
Nah, I never got to it. But I did see the Maxine Dupree match. That shit was fire.
She literally slaps Kairi Sane.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I saw that too. I see clips and stuff, but I didn't see the whole show. I will 100% say that I do like the storyline, even though it's been bum rushed like a motherfucker because of Naomi's exit. But who else better than Asuka, man? Like, if you tell Asuka just hey, can you act more Asuka? She'll turn that bitch up to 100 any day, and I love it. And it's honestly been great having Asuka back after not having her for so long because fans are fucking disgusting. I really, really like this story. I really like where we're going. I love that it is a very dark descent for Kairi Sane too, because I think that she's going to be undergoing a very big transformation here. And I think that it's criminal that she does not have a mid-card title under her belt yet, Kairi Sane specifically, or a world title, because if you fucking know, you know. Kairi Sane is a legend outside of WWE, bro. Like, the fact that they have not had her on the fucking Oscar pedestal yet is mind-blowing to me. I do like the angle. I do like the way that, Kyrie's kind of acting, like you said, an abuse victim. I really think that we're in for a treat here. I do think that Rhea and Io are going to put on a hell of a show, but I think that they're going to lose. And I think one of the whole angles is to get fucking Io Sky to join them. Like, this has always been like the thing, and I think that eventually we're going to get there. But I think that they're going to take an L, and we're going to continue the story after Crown Jewel. And to have Rhea lose in her home country, heat. Heat. So you don't want somebody just to win because they're back home. No, you want to give those fans disappointment. You want them invested in that storyline. And the way to do that is have hometown girl fucking lose and have her eat the fucking pin. Have her eat the pin. I feel like piss them off.
I feel like it's eventually going to lead to Kyrie, standing up to Asuka and, laying her the fuck out. And it's going to be kind of, remember when the whole Chad Gable and Otis thing was happening? And every week,
don't talk about Shorty G like that, bro.
Yeah, don't talk about Shorty G like that.
Yeah, Shorty G. But I do feel like this story is going to eventually get to that moment. And I'll tell you what, the WWE universe is going to explode when Kyrie Sane finally says, I've had enough of this.
Snaps, bro.
We were waiting for Otis at the time. Yeah.
What makes... Oh, we never thought about this. What if we have a swap? What if fucking Io ends up going heel and Kyrie ends up going to aid fucking Rhea? Bro, what if we get a swap? Because... dude, if you set Asuka and Io together in a fucking team instead of Kyrie Sane and giving her a singles run, we're building stars, adding new fucking teams, and making this shit prestigious as fuck. Turn Kyrie fucking completely face and turn Io heel. Set them up and fucking put Kyrie on a goddamn rocket ship and put her under the guise of Rhea Ripley.
If they did that, nobody would ever be able to say that WWE is uber predictable.
No, because that would be fucking excellent. I would honestly probably stand up and scream. I would get out of my chair and start screaming at my TV in a happy manner. I would probably try to. Never mind. I've been watching way too much Ed Gein. Never mind. I was talking about doing insatiable things to the television.
Oh my god!
So I would say that I am in agreement that Rhea and Io are going to lose. Hey, I appreciate that, Brad. What do you guys got?
I would have to go with the Kabuki Warriors as well. I think just to continue the story. Do I want to see Rhea Ripley win? Yes.
Rhea Ripley. Okay.
Rhea Ripley.
You just turned fucking Asian for a second there.
It's man. Like a really bad fucking old school Godzilla movie.
Both Jesus Rio and Io. Rio Ripley. But
Rio, perfect.
Rio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rio. I would have to say the Kabuki Warriors, but maybe pull off the win. I can't quite see that switch though, Rage, because how would that benefit Kyrie Sane by chance?
She would be going on a singles run at that point, and she'd be under the leadership of Rhea Ripley. So when it goes time to finally flock out the fucking coop, she's ready to go for a fucking mid-card title and eventually world title. Like that
just
is a perfect.
Kyrie Sane helps.
Okay.
They're gonna be. They have to be a tag team. I feel like if we get that,
I was thinking that as more of they're being a tag team. Yeah. Okay. Now,
like, give me the unpredictability of Edge and Chris Jericho helping Team John Cena go against the Nexus. Like, give me that moment. That is the moment I'm looking for Kyrie Sane. Is when they were about to walk the fuck away, and Edge is like, "Nah, let's get back in there," and they both fucking ran back to the ring. Give me that excitement in wrestling again, and that is how you would capture that for me. Turn fucking Kyrie face and have her help Rhea and turn Io completely fucking heel. Like, especially give me a swap.
Especially with the heat she's been getting with the in-ring stuff.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like the injuries and how she's at fault.
Listen, I'm not going to fault fucking Kyrie Sane of getting injured, all right? People injure my girl, all right? My girl don't injure nobody else. Fucking they throw Kyrie around like a goddamn ragdoll, and it is so unfair.
And let's not forget that Io Sky is the one that suggested this match in the first place.
Yes.
Rhea Ripley was like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And Io was like, "Yes."
That's right. I forgot about that. I thought it was Asuka.
Thank you, Dan. I'm not gonna lie. It's a pleasure having you back, man. It's a pleasure having you back. All right. So we're all in agreement that they're gonna lose, or what are you guys feeling? I know I think Kabuki Warriors winning.
I think Asuka and Kyrie are gonna win.
All right. So there we go.
Warriors.
Fucking love it. All right, guys.
Copy.
Next
Copy.
match is the culminant to the main event. Guys, we have the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, going against the never seen 17, the last real champion, John fucking Cena. How are we feeling about this one, gents?
Go ahead, Dan.
I actually really like this. No, I was talking to Donnie a little while ago about this whole thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And like back in 2017 when Cena and AJ, first had their feud or whatever, I wasn't watching pro wrestling back then. It was around the time my youngest daughter was first born or whatever, so I had a lot of stuff going on at that time. So I wasn't watching on like a regular basis. I think like whenever me and Ben would hang out, we would like, watch highlights, or we would watch like PLEs or whatever. Like I wasn't watching weekly like I am now.
Yeah.
So I have no knowledge of what Cena and AJ did previously prior to this.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I love is this whole match got built on social media. This match was never going to happen. Cena posted on Twitter and is the one that sent a tweet out, how would you guys feel about me versus AJ Styles or whatever? And that's how this entire match got predicated on a tweet. And AJ Styles, I think it was on this past Monday, actually.
Yeah, he was happy.
AJ Styles got on the announce table because, they hear everything that people say. People are like, oh, where's the story in this? Because everybody fucking has to complain nowadays. And he's like, this match doesn't need a goddamn story. You got two generational titans going at it. Enjoy. And then he just fucking mic drop moment, bro. Usually, I am very, very hell-bent on there being a story surrounding a match. But I feel like there's very special circumstances when it comes to this.
What do you think, Eddie?
So I'm kind of in the same boat as Danny because I didn't follow their history or storyline all the way from the beginning. And do we really think that they're going to give John Cena 2 PLE matches in a row and have him lose them both? I don't think so.
No, because this is how we build his final opponent with Dominic Mysterio. If Dom decides he wants to get in, he wants to intervene. So this is kind of a good segue.
Dominic Mysterio, Gunther, whoever is actually his last opponent.
Bro, if Gunther's his last opponent, I'm going to be pissed.
There's rumors that it might be him.
Because
he's ready to return.
I've heard it was Gunther. I think Dave Meltzer said it, but I mean, take him with a fucking grain of salt. So I don't know.
And if if his last opponent is anything but Edge, they fucked up. And I can get into that deal later on. But as far as John Cena versus AJ Styles, Danny said it best. It's two Goliath, man that's just like going at it, and who cares about a storyline because they already have history. They didn't need to do something weeks prior. Rekindle like, oh, by the way, you did this to me in the past. It's kind of like how we're going to talk about a couple of superstars later on in the Get Over segment. But as with this in mind, he only has a few matches left. And I think with John Cena, yes, this match can be seen as unpredictable. With AJ Styles making that mic drop statement, hyping the crowd up, that could be a tail sign that he will lose his match, giving John Cena momentum going into one of his last PLEs, which I think is he has Survivor Series, right? Is he gonna be in Survivor Series or?
I would imagine he's gonna be at Survivor Series. So he has 3 matches left. He has this Saturday Crown Jewel, Survivor Series, and then right after Survivor Series, like a week or two after,
Saturday main event.
We're going into December 13th, Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, so I guess he has more PLE before that. That makes it a little unpredictable then, I guess. I just can't see a way of John Cena losing 2 PLEs in a row on the last turn of the track, last left turn on the NASCAR track, known as his retirement tour. Now, if it's going to be his actual final match when we get to December, who knows? Probably, most likely. But I don't know. I have to go with John Cena because it's just that time. They tried the heel run, didn't work. They have to give him more momentum in order to get into go towards the last part of the year. He gets squashed by Brock Lesnar in 4 minutes, 5 minutes. They can't just do that to him over and over again. So I would have to go with John Cena.
Yeah. I see John winning the match as well. I think that this match specifically is just meant to be a banger. I think it's going to be a longer match too,
right?
Just to allow it to give the fans something that they're going to remember. And it's the John Cena versus AJ Styles match.
There's no doubt in my mind that this is going to be a banger of a match. You're right. It's just
so. Are we all in agreement that it's John?
Yeah.
Yep. I 100% am in agreement. And maybe the outcome of this match, even though they've tried to have somewhat of a story. Obviously, John couldn't be there week to week or whatever to really build it up. But I feel like AJ's done a phenomenal job. There's a reason why people call him the phenomenal AJ Styles. He's good at what he does. Mm-hmm. I feel like whatever happens in this match is gonna lead to John Cena's involvement at whether it's in War Games or whether it's just a match, setting up a match for Survivor Series in some way.
And real quick, low-key, I feel like the Judgment Day is going to be involved somehow, especially Dominic Mysterio.
Especially with AJ Styles being involved and AJ and Dominic having that whole situation happening. I can see it.
Yeah. There's rumors between Dominic Mysterio being John Cena's last opponent. John Cena might not like it. Who knows? That may culminate to something.
I heard Cena
being his last opponent.
I heard Cena say in an interview that he would really like to have at least one match with Dominic Mysterio before he hangs it up. So I could see it.
There's so many other stars that he could There's so many stars that he could have a match with. That just sucks that he only has a few amount left.
Facts. All right. Well, now it is time that we get to the main event of Crown Jewel Perth 2025, where we are going to be crowning the second annual Crown Jewel champion with the one-time winner, Cody Rhodes, the undisputed WWE heavyweight champion, who is already a one-time Crown Jewel champion, versus Seth Rollins, the world heavyweight champion. What is you guys' thoughts about the build? What are your predictions? Who do you got winning? Let's talk about it.
You want me to go first?
That's the order that we've been going in.
Go ahead, yeah.
I really like the story that they're telling. Now, I'm not a fan of the Crown Jewel championships or whatever. I think they're a gigantic waste of time. They come out once a year, have a match. The winners don't even get to hold the titles. They get a stupid ass ring, and then the titles get shipped back to Saudi Arabia and put in some fucking WWE thing that they have out there or whatever. So I'm not a fan of the Crown Jewel titles. Never have, never will be. But I feel like there's so much more to this match than that. You know what I mean? Cody Rhodes, his first opponent back in WWE as the American Nightmare was Seth Rollins, WrestleMania 38. And I feel like in some way their careers are sort of intertwined in some way, because
I agree.
We had that match at WrestleMania 38, Cody coming back or whatever, very big moment. And then they had that Hell in the Cell match, which me and you did a watch long. And
bigger moment.
We went crazy because we had 70 people, and that was the most we ever had at that time.
Yeah, I almost fucking puked.
Cody wrestled with a torn pec. And then we go to WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia.
40.
Yeah, 40. WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. And Seth Rollins was Cody Rhodes' shield, helping him, finish the story. So there's so much wrapped around this match. It's insane as far as story or whatever, and that's why I'm really looking forward to it. Like, I feel like the crown jewel, the fact that it's a crown for the crown jewel title, I feel like that's irrelevant at this point. I will say 100% positively, Seth Rollins is 100% winning. Whether it's he wins straight up 1-on-1 or he has some help, he's 100% winning. Every single match that Cody and Seth have had, Cody's ended up being the victor.
Yeah, and Cody
He's already
won the title.
He's already 3-0. I don't see him beating Seth Rollins 4 matches in a row. 100%, I'm going with Seth Rollins.
My guy, you made this so fucking easy. You made this so fucking easy because you're right. You're right on every single point there. Particularly every single time that they've ever had a match, Cody's always pulled it out. And we are heading to fucking War Games, man. Crown Jewel is going to set up a lot of the War Games fucking outcomes. You are going to see on Saturday the official start in the wheels getting greased to completely fucking pedal to the metal, foot to the floor, all the way to War Games. The start of the story is Saturday night, and I'm very excited about it because it seems like it's not going to be a small thing, but I can't believe I'm saying that I'm stoked this is happening at a Crown Jewel, but I'm even more stoked that it's not taking place out in Saudi. It is taking place in Perth.
Too.
So
I'm
hyped.
Sure. I think
I'm really
the part about it being in Australia is regardless like irrelevant. It's just the PLA before Survivor Series at this point. Like the name doesn't really add on to it. The most the name adds on to it is that Street Fighter Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns. With Cody Rhodes and Seth, I would have to go with Seth too because Danny pointed it out before in one of the promos I'm in at Raw. Cody Rhodes brought up his record, just organically saying 3-0 out of the hospital so many times. How many times have he beaten me? And Seth Rollins has been the MVP with Cody for WrestleMania 40. Cody Rhodes beat Seth Rollins with the torn pec. Cody Rhodes beat Seth Rollins in a surprise return, and Seth didn't have time to prepare for it. It was just a random or a surprise opponent at WrestleMania 38. With their intertwined storylines, like Danny was mentioning, it's just there hasn't been as much momentum with Cody Rhodes. And now, granted, he was out filming for Street Fighter, so I'll give him that, pass. With Seth Rollins building the faction and the promo between him and Paul Heyman saying, if you don't beat Cody, who am I really supporting? Because there's a chance that I might go back to Roman Reigns, and we can maybe go back to that later on towards Survivor Series. This just is seeming like it's built up to have Seth winning, which, in Rage's point, will build up to what they're going to have at Survivor Series. And it's going to be interesting with if they're going to be doing a War Games, if Seth's faction is going up against Cody and who's going to be on Cody's team, because there's rumors and whatever that Randy Orton might, turn on Cody pretty soon for the title. But that's neither here or there. With Seth, it's about bragging rights. And if you give Seth a chance to earn bragging rights, he's going to let you know he has bragging rights in every single promo, regardless of what it is. So I think Seth Rollins just has more momentum going towards Crown Jewel. And if Seth doesn't win, it just kills the momentum towards Survivor Series. And we're going to get that team, like faction versus Cody's team.
Yeah, I think Seth's going to take it. There's no reason why he shouldn't. Because at that point, if you do, I feel like you're just giving him the John Cena treatment, which I think obviously we've seen crash and burn a million times, and ain't nobody going to go on a Roman Reigns run, at least not in this fucking millennium again.
Not even 800 days or something like that. Nothing
yeah.
like that.
But it is very written in the stars that Seth's finally going to take this, and we are officially on the road to Survivor Series.
And real quick, even if Cody loses, it's not going to hurt his title reign as WWE champion.
No, it's
So
not, because
why have
this
him
isn't
win?
for his title. This is for the Crown Jewel.
There's bragging rights and a belt that he'll never see again until next year, maybe.
All right, so are we all in agreement that we got Seth winning this?
Yep.
And I said, remember how I was talking at the beginning when we were going over the whole Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns situation and, Paul Heyman's involvement?
Yeah.
Well, we've been hearing it, like, even Cody's brought it up in promos, like, who's really in charge of the vision? Is it you or is it Paul Heyman?
Yeah.
Who's calling the shots? Who sent the Bronze to SmackDown to attack me and Orton? Like, who was really in charge of this whole thing? And I feel like we're gonna get the answer. If not at Crown Jewel, definitely very soon.
Yeah. And real quick to call on different styles. Cody wins, Jericho shows up. Jericho can't show up until like mid-December. He's still on contract with AEW.
We're going for the Rumble if he does come back.
Yeah, if he does come with
He has
AEW,
been
it's as
posting
early as January.
He has been posting a lot of, old WWE clips on his Instagram, though, because I follow him. So,
Regardless,
interesting.
Yeah, he's still on contract. He can't do shit.
He's done he knows that he's done everything he can for AEW. He knows that he's done everything. Like, he's going to end his career in WWE, and then he's going to work as a producer there. He's 100% going home.
That's like saying Carlito's going to come back.
And they know he's the age now to where he's going to be more part-time. He has a band that he tours with. Jericho is going to be on a Legends deal, 100%. He's going to be able to walk away and come back whenever he wants. He's going to be putting other people over. He's going to still have his moments again. He's probably going to hit one more Mania. I see him hanging it up by the time he's 60 and he's approaching. So
that'll be good for Donnie, because he'll be, with him signing a new deal with WWE, he'll be able to get more action figures.
Facts. All right, guys. Well, that was our official predictions for the 2025 Crown Jewel Perth PLE, which you guys will be able to catch on ESPN and all that shit this Saturday. But now, guys, we are officially getting into the Getting Put Over segment. Let's get it.
Every week we do this thing called the Getting Put Over segment. We pick one past, present, or future professional wrestler and we put them over. We talk about the defining moments, the accolades, the rivalries, the segments, and our biggest what-ifs. It's time to put a new wrestler over in the We Are Wrestling Getting Put Over segment.
All right. Well, since Donnie left and we do not have the slideshows, last week we put over Jeff Hardy. And this week, we are putting over Randy Orton, the Legend Killer, the Apex Predator, the motherfucker of all motherfuckers. This guy is an absolute legend. And because we don't have the slideshow, I have to read all of his accolades on this screen. So bear with me for a second, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So Randy Orton is a 10-time world champion, an 8-time WWE champion, and a 2-time world heavyweight champion. He is also the winner of the Royal Rumble match in 2009 and 2017. He's been featured in multiple high-profile matches, including main events at WrestleMania. He is a 1-time World Tag Team Champion and a 1-time WWE Tag Team Champion. His other honors include the 2004 WWE Rookie of the Year, the 2010 Wrestler of the Year, and the 2013 Match of the Year, all from Pro Wrestling Illustrated. And for the Match of the Year, it was for his match against Daniel Bryan. And, yeah. So, let's fucking get to it, shall we?
Hey, Reg.
So, when it comes to what?
There's nothing you can say.
Nothing that's going to change what you've done to me, bro.
Okay, you get it. That's my best friend. That's all.
All right. So, favorite match of Randy Orton's?
Go ahead. We'll just keep the same order.
I gotta go with Randy versus Bray Wyatt at the Wyatt compound. Yeah, I think that was
2016 or 2017, right?
It might have been. It might have been somewhere around there. I can't remember offhand. Like my I consume so much, my brain is fucking on like meltdown. But I remember like I'm a huge horror fan. Like, I have fucking Freddy Krueger back here. Like, so I like the dark imagery and the dark, characters, whatever. In pro wrestling,
House of Horrors.
Yeah, I think it was the House of Horrors match or whatever.
It was Payback 2017.
Yeah. I enjoyed it, like the dark imagery and like them being in that old beat down like cabin type thing or whatever, and it was like being in a haunted house. Like, I don't know, I fucked with it, man. I thought it was really cool.
All right, what was your favorite match, Eddie?
Well, there's actually been a few dark matches, but my favorite match was WrestleMania 31. versus Seth Rollins. It's got possibly his greatest RKO of all time, and it got me hyped up. It even got Randy Orton so much hyped up that he forgot to pin Seth towards the end. And when Seth was talking with Chris Van Vliet in his interview, he was saying Randy Orton is not one to normally practice that kind of stuff because he doesn't want to fall and take a bump if he's not getting paid in front of the audience. So Seth was actually practicing with I think his name is like Joe Mercury or something. John Mercury.
Yeah, Joey Mercury. Yep.
Joey Mercury. Yeah, it was part of his J&J security, I think, back in the day.
Yeah, dude, with Jamie Noble. Fuck.
Yeah, they were there at the match too.
Nice.
Because Seth Rollins was a rock star. Whoever said that in commentary, he was practicing with John Mercury, and it was actually really hot that day too. So, and he was like just getting dehydrated, heavy breathing, and you can kind of slightly tell after listening to the interview, I was rewatching it, and you can kind of tell his legs started getting heavy. He said, and he was just like, "Well, okay, fuck it, let's do it." And it actually landed perfectly on his back shoulder, not quite his neck, which was the goal. And Randy Orton was able to throw him up and then angle him into the RKO at that time. Like, just full sequence. So it was great. Got me hyped up as a kid.
Yeah, my favorite match was obviously the hardcore match 2004 versus Mick Foley. I mean, like that match solidified like what Randy Orton was going to be capable of going forward and like how tough that fucking kid was because that's what he was at the time, a fucking kid. The dude was like what, 23, 24 at the time? Like he was literally taking bumps from Mick fucking Foley and there was a lot of color in that match from both of them. Let's not forget the iconic shot of Randy landing on the fucking thumbtacks and his shit being covered. That was in the fucking Don't Try This at Home package for years before they changed that shit and then just stopped advertising it. Now they're just like, well, you crazy motherfuckers out here eating ass now. You guys can fucking do all this shit at home. It's wild. We got dudes like Superhuman now. This is Superhuman. So
he was 21 years old, yeah.
Yeah, he was 21 during that match. That's fucking wild. He was basically a child. He was legal to drink and legal to take thumbtacks that same year. But again, you know, that was exciting, and you know, seeing that the new generation doing that shit back in the day, and that, you know, like they could still hang with, you know, the old timers and the legends that were known for doing this type of crazy nonsense. You know, that we don't get that nowadays. We don't get thumbtacks in WWE anymore. We don't get crazy pyrotechnics during the matches. We don't get fire anymore. We don't get any of that anymore, man. So that was one of the best memories I had of Randy very early on. So that had to go down as one of my favorite matches of all time. But guys, favorite title reign?
I got to go with the very first. I know it's not his most memorable or whatever, but like his very first time he ever won the world title. You know, being 21 years old or whatever, he was a member of Evolution. And like, you know, that was sort of like what got him out of Evolution because Triple H kicked him out or whatever.
Immediately gave him no chill time. Motherfucker won it and then got fucking attacked.
And that spiraled into, you know, Randy Orton going on his own and having this massive solo run. He won the Intercontinental Championship.
Went to SmackDown
after
too.
That, you know. Phenomenal stuff, and it turned into, you know, the Legend Killer gimmick and stuff like that. Like
his career really started in SmackDown. Like his real career started on SmackDown, and that's why I think he's become like one of the most iconic faces of the brand. Like along with The Rock, along with Mysterio, along with fucking Batista now. Who that storyline of him getting betrayed carried on to Batista's reign because he mirrored the thumbs down. Like it was fucking the start of everything, and that's I understand fully why you chose the title run.
Yeah.
I went to a similar title run, like Rage was mentioning. You're saying you like himself in 2007 was a different animal. You were
Motherfucker, I swear to God, if you took my same answer, I'm gonna punch you.
The 2007
I almost took favorite
title.
Match from you,
okay.
and then I saw it on the list. I was like, I'll change it.
Yeah. No, you didn't choose it. Okay.
2007 heavyweight title or WWE title, I think it is called. I don't know. The website is funky like
I know what you mean.
So he had a few iconic matches, just a few of them. Royal Rumble 2008 versus Jeff Hardy, which was a banger. No Mercy 2007, last man standing match with Triple H was a banger. and WrestleMania 24, which was a triple threat match with Triple H and John Cena. Banger. So he was just a different animal back then.
So I chose his 09 WWE Championship run because Randy Orton in 09 was a different Randy Orton that we got now. Something fucking snapped in that man's brain from fucking 09 until like I want to say like 2012. Like Randy was just on this he was just fueled on hate. He hated fucking everything. He looked like a fucking psychopath. He looked like bald fucking Patrick Swayze, and the bitch decided not to dance with him during Dirty Dancing, and that's what he turned into. A just ruthless, unforgiving legend fucking killer. Yeah. He fucking turned on anybody. He had no loyalty. The dude looked like he was ready to snap every 5 fucking minutes. I thought he was going to kill Kofi Kingston.
That's probably why Kofi Kingston has a dent in his chest.
That leads into one of my favorite segments, but go ahead.
But yeah, the Kofi's chest was from a fucking chop that Big Show gave him, and it just never fucking healed, and it just got worse over time. Yeah, it killed the fucking muscle tissue in his chest, bro. You didn't know that? That's real. Yeah, Big Show chopped him in the chest, and it's actually he actually talks about it in the interview, and they show the moment it happened. Big Show slapped him, and his muscle tissue just deteriorated. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why crazy. A lot of people don't do chops from big dudes anymore, and that's why you don't see them ever doing it. That's why Gunther doing it is why are you still allowing it? So it's fucking wild.
Rage, you mentioned 2012, and I did a little research because Donnie thinks I'm the stats guy.
Yeah.
So since becoming the IC champ in 2003, and he's been, I went from 2003 to 2022 because since he's been gone up until then, back then. So between 2003 and 2022, outside of 4 years, he's had some sort of title in every year in his WWE career.
Yep.
2005, I think it was an injury. 2012 was a concussion shoulder injury that held him out of Elimination Chamber 2012 for the heavyweight title. 2015 and then 2019. So 4 out of his 19 years, only 21% of his career where he's never held the title.
Yep. You're looking at the new Undertaker, son. You're looking at the new Undertaker, son. The dude that never went anywhere, didn't go off to film movies, none of that shit. He's stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so on to the next thing. Favorite segment.
I got to go with probably a segment that we've all gone back and watched numerous times, and it was phenomenal. And back then when this happened, the internet wasn't what it is today. So
it was not the fucking horse that it is today.
There was, they blurred the lines between reality and fiction, and
quite a bit.
Everybody assumed that this dude, this really happened, and it was when Triple H was feuding with Randy Orton, and he legitimately went to Randy Orton's house.
That shit was awesome.
Beat Randy Orton's ass, scared the hell out of this chick that was his wife, threw Randy through the fucking kitchen window, and then the cops showed up and arrested Triple H. That was I want to say 2008 or 2009. The internet wasn't as big as it is now, so it wasn't easy to really find out that kind of information. So everybody assumed that this was real, and I feel like they did a really good job at really blurring those lines. So that's 100% one of my favorite segments of Randy Orton's entire career.
March 9th, 2009. Yeah, happened 2009. My favorite segment. So I chose a quick 2 because one of them was I completely forgot about until I rewatched it. Monday Night Raw episode, April 20th, 4/20, 2015. Promo, and Seth Rollins was talking to Randy Orton in the ring, and Randy was just on a whole nother level. He broke the 4th wall and was like, after this segment and after the commercial break, I'm just gonna RKO every son of a bitch I see. And he does 5 RKOs in one night, including Kofi Kingston and Heath Slater into a lunch table in the back catering aisle, and then ultimately finished it with Seth Rollins, who he got trapped in a steel cage with, because I think it was Kane that came out, and Seth Rollins was backtracking back into the cage, And then as they closed, Randy Orton snuck in the back. And once the steel cage was down, Seth turns around. Randy's like, "Hi," boom. So I had to do that because I was like, "Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that." But then most recently biased. Backlash 2025 when he was the main event with John Cena.
I love how this motherfucker always finds ways to sneak in more moments.
Every
single fucking time. Every time.
I can't choose. Okay, I have problems choosing.
I felt this way last week with Jeff Hardy, bro. I just could not choose.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton. Now, come on, you're doing the two of my favorite wrestlers of all time here. When the ref was knocked out in the main event with John Cena. Randy Orton just like he was hearing voices in his head and he just RKO'd Nick Aldis, every single backstage manager, and it was just crazy to watch. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but the RKO is my all-time favorite finisher. So, yeah,
gotcha. Mine is probably one of the most prolific moments in his career. Undertaker's 05 return at Survivor Series when he came out of the flaming casket and literally cleared the entire SmackDown locker room out of the entire ring, and everybody's just trying to like have Randy fucking stay there so Undertaker can congratulate him. He's just trying to get the fuck off because he knows what the fuck's about to happen, because he just got an Undertaker off of TV for like a couple of months at that point because he ran fucking Eddie's lowrider through the fucking the SmackDown backdrop, and he fucking just like shit went awry, and he was just over the weeks Undertaker was fucking with him like with his mental and shit, and then he finally came back at the end of the Survivor Series match. One of the most crazy moments I ever watched as a kid, because I'm like, but he's dead. How is he back? Like, I used to buy that shit, bro. Like, so I was in fucking awe over this. I'm like, and I remember screaming at the TV, like, "Oh, you fuck now, Randy!" I was like fucking 9 years old, bro.
Isn't that when he slapped the Undertaker too?
No, Randy actually didn't get touched. He just got to watch the entire locker room get decimated in front of him, and him and his dad fucked off real fucking quick. But that was my favorite segment just because, again, it's one of the most repeating moments in my head and one of the greatest rivalries I've ever seen, between not only Undertaker, but Randy Orton himself. Like, that was a rivalry that put him on the map. That was Undertaker's stamp of approval, and that was given to him 20 fucking years ago. And that is wild to think that come November 29th, literally on my birthday, that was 20 fucking years ago that happened, and I watched it live. And it is crazy to think about, dude.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer.
Now, favorite rivalry?
I got to go with Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy, because they had a really good friendship, whatever, there's countless pictures from back in like 2007, 2008 or whatever with, Jeff Hardy and Randy hanging out. And I feel like, that chemistry bled onto the screen. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because like they were both so good at what they did. And like 1 minute they, respected each other, and the next, Jeff wanted to knock Randy's head off. And I mean, can we honestly forget, one of the biggest swanton bombs that's ever happened, in WWE history?
Yeah. From
the top of the Monday Night Raw stage on top of Randy Orton. I mean, Jeff still talks about it to this day, and he said that's the highest swanton he's ever done in his career. So like they just have a bunch of iconic moments. I mean, at the Royal Rumble 2008, I believe, they were in a match with the world title on the line, I believe. Just countless moments, bro. Like, so I got to go with Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton.
Bet. What do you got, man?
Yeah, that was back in like 2008, I think. It's crazy.
Yeah.
My favorite, what was it, rivalry? Yeah. I went, so I saw your guys' answer, and I was going to pick Jeff Hardy, but I wanted to keep it different because I feel like there's so many to choose from, and I feel like Randy Orton has a career where you can just go a lot of different routes. So I went with Triple H and Edge, because with Edge, they hated each other and loved each other. They had tag team championships. It's sort of like the feud with, you were just talking about them, not too long ago, the females.
Kabuki Warriors?
No, I think it was Bailey and Sasha Banks. I think we were talking about that.
Yeah.
So
it was kind of like them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're best friends or best enemies, frenemies, whatever. And then I went Triple H because the thing with Triple H and Randy Orton just
That's his mentor.
catapulted his career, like his mentor, his friend, and then his all of a sudden, boom, next day,
nemesis.
number one enemy. Yeah, nemesis. It was like
One of my
boss
favorite
level.
moments with Triple H and Randy Orton, and this is actually when they were not feuding. It's fucking
When he-
hilarious because I actually go back and I watch that fucking clip repeatedly every time I need a laugh. Is when fucking the Authority and Triple H are in the ring, and fucking Randy was holding everything he had back to not RKO the shit out of Seth Rollins, and Triple H says, "No fucking Randy, no fucking Randy," and then Randy's about to leave, and they just RKOs the shit out of Seth, and when Triple H's about to do something, he just fucking stops and just looks into the fucking crowd, just still and disappointed, and just like, God fucking damn it. And Seth is just laying there, fucking belly down, just lifeless.
They count for me, they understand.
Randy Orton and Triple H have some of the best chemistry, so I'm so glad somebody picked it.
I was going to pick Triple H because there are so many vital moments with them too. Because the moment you were just mentioning, and then I thought you were going to say when he had Triple H tied up to a turnbuckle.
Oh, and he kissed his wife?
It's just kissing Stephanie McMahon right in front of him, yeah, and hit him with a sledgehammer right afterwards.
They actually just talked about that on Stephanie's show. Randy was actually and Stephanie were talking about that moment and how fucking nervous Randy was because fucking Vince is back there. He's doing it in front of Triple H. I think he was like just newly like a father and married at the time too. But if WWE tells you got to do something, you got to fucking do it. Dude apparently was sweating. He didn't even fucking do it until apparently it was time to actually do it because he was just fucking nervous. And I don't blame him, but I'm like, you're fucking Randy Orton. What are you nervous from? And now, in my older age now, and the older I get, I start to get it. And I start to understand, like, dude was fucking shook. Yeah, dude, he was shook, and it's the boss's fucking daughter, too. And then it's his fucking idea. So you're like, not only is this uncomfortable, it's kind of fucking sick. And you're doing it for a paycheck, so you feel
her brother was probably watching in the back, too. Like, he was probably there, too.
Yeah, speaking of her brother, Shane has returned to WWE. He signed a deal, and he's back in their active roster. So Shane will be returning very soon. I'm kind of stoked about that, and I'm stoked to kind of talk about it next week. So
before we continue, I do want to kind of get. I don't know if any of you guys put this on like your like biggest what ifs.
Bro, I haven't even fucking given my fucking.
Well, no, yet. I know, but I just wanted to ask this because we're talking about the whole Triple H or Randy Orton dynamic, or whatever.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
We've seen countless, second, third generation superstars come into WWE and then not end up becoming even a fraction of what their father was. Do you think Randy Orton would still be the Randy Orton of today? Like the Randy Orton we know, 11-time world champion, this and that. If it was not for the influence that Triple H and Evolution had on him to, catapult him to, the new heights and, being a megastar.
I think that it was necessary. I think that him and Triple H's whole fucking rivalry was, it was definitely a big part of the machine that made Randy Orton's illustrious career. I feel like without Triple H, there would be no success in Randy Orton because, think about it, Randy was handpicked by Triple H and fucking Ric Flair to be a part of Evolution because not only was he a second generational or third generational star at this point, but they saw the potential Randy had, and even with his injury, he was able to carry his entire fucking shit by himself, and they knew how gifted he was in the ring right off the bat without proper training and with the minimal fucking experience he had. So yeah, I would say that it was instrumental into making the career he has now because without that guidance, he'd probably been released a long time ago. He may not even still be wrestling. Like, who knows? I think that it needed to happen. That was a part of his fate. So yeah, man, I think that was very important. But anyways, my favorite rivalry, I chose two, just like Dan Eddy over here. One, Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels 07 during his first title reign. That felt very split, very real. They blurred their lines heavily there. We involved Shawn. We involved a lot of things. The world title was a part of it. Shawn unfortunately never won it, but we had a very good string of matches and a very good rivalry there, and it kind of gave us two different sides of not only not only Randy Orton and, him finally crafting the '09 character that we ended up seeing, because that was like the first fucking hints of it, but it gave a different and more darker side to Shawn Michaels in a more serious manner because he'd just gotten out of the feud with fucking Hulk Hogan. He was kind of on like kind of a burn period between that and fucking Kurt Angle, all that shit. And it really rejuvenated Shawn's career there for a little bit as well, because that was also the era of the bearded Shawn Michaels that nobody saw coming either. And also his love for cowboy hats and John Deere tractor fucking vests.
Oh yeah.
I also put The Undertaker, obviously, because that was also instrumental into forging his massive fucking career. Had Randy Orton not crossed paths with The Undertaker, he would not have had the credibility and the massive career he has now. That was hand in hand. That was one of the best long-term storylines that had went on for months that I was invested in every single week, wondering what was going to happen, all the way from taking Undertaker out to Undertaker having his eulogy read by Randy Orton in the middle of the ring, and then he sat up and we got the fucking angle for, building towards Survivor Series. It was very, again, instrumental into his career. So, with that being said, what is your biggest what if?
My biggest what if, and this is similar, I guess, to like what I had just asked. What if Triple H is the one who got kicked out of Evolution and Randy Orton became the leader after winning the world title?
I don't know if it would have worked. I think that would have been a very 2025 WWE move where they would just want to, like, at this point, they're throwing people to the sharks and seeing what they can do rather than taking the time to craft people and giving them some adversity and some, tenure on their career. Yeah. I think that would have been a 2025 move, and I think that would have burned his career ultimately because he was not ready for that. Hence, why they took it off of him really fucking quickly. It wasn't just storyline purposes for that title. It was what he was capable of doing. And at that time, I think they also knew it was too soon, especially for the world heavyweight title, which was super fucking prestigious. It just came off of Chris Benoit. It literally just came off of Chris Benoit, who was very main event still. He was he was at the height of his career. And when he lost that title, Chris Benoit was at his twilight, basically. Like, he was finally putting guys over. He was going towards the U.S. title, and that was unfortunately gearing towards the end of his career and unfortunately timely life. So yeah, I think it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, I have to kind of agree with that, Race, because I don't think it was time to, but it is certainly something to think about. Like, what would, like, the point of a what if is like, what would happen? I was thinking about how Randy Orton has always accolades with the WWE. He became sort of a company man ever since joining their Evolution, and then winning the world title. Like, I think when he was like 21 years old or something like that. What if he never became the company man that he was today and took his talent to like TNA or somewhere else? We wouldn't have some sort of champions that we have to this day, because he was a mentor to Cody Rhodes. So if Randy Orton wasn't around,
so was John Cena.
And John Cena, yeah. Wait, Randy Orton was a mentor to John Cena too? Or...
No, John Cena was also a mentor to Cody Rhodes. So imagine having those two minds helping you out, dude. That there's no questioning how he's in the position he is now. He learned from two of the best.
Yeah. So it's, as far as that goes, like, we wouldn't have like stuff that we would have today, because Cody Rhodes said on his podcast that he was talking to Randy Orton, he probably wouldn't be around if Randy Orton wouldn't take him under his wing back in the day.
Facts.
He wouldn't be AEW champion. He wouldn't be...
AEW wouldn't have been a thing.
Yeah.
My biggest what if was kind of the same thing with, what if he departed the company, but the most important thing is, what if he wasn't a generational superstar? What if he didn't have the ins with the company because of his grandfather and his dad? Like, what if they didn't wrestle and Randy came in on his own? Do you think it would have been easy for him to climb like he was? Do you think his natural talent would have been enough? Do you think that without his dad's resources and everything, that he still would have been the big star that he is today. What are you guys' thoughts?
I don't know, because like maybe in some aspects, but you have to remember, like, you know, you were just talking about like his feud with the Undertaker, and like around that time, like his dad was sort of like his like heel manager at the time or whatever.
Yeah.
So like he was very instrumental, and I'm pretty sure a lot of that going down. And like outside of Triple H and Evolution, like that was sort of like the stepping stone to get Orton to the next level. So I'm not, I'm very unsure about that, to be honest.
Facts. What about you, Eddie?
It'll be something to think about. I think he wouldn't have like the right resources to maybe become the star that he is today. It's just something to wrap your head around, because it's sort of like the same storyline that Cody Rhodes had, because he has dad as a mentor. So if Cody Rhodes didn't have that, and then Randy Orton didn't have the amount of resources that he had, getting picked by Triple H and getting all his help, they'd be falling down the tree like domino effect. Who will be around to this day?
The difference between Randy and Cody, though, is Randy Orton was a superstar, and like his dad's still around. Like Randy or Cody didn't end up becoming like a megastar like he is now until after his dad passed away. So I don't know how much influence Dusty actually did have. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, with that being said, we got an extra question. Who would you have had, again, past, present, future? If you could see one superstar, I'll give you two. Two superstars that Randy Orton could have locked up with, or you would want to see Randy Orton lock up with. Who would they be? Let's start with you, Huckins.
I can give you one. I had a hard enough time.
Okay, yeah,
you know, trying to pick one.
Yeah,
I would have to go. I would have to go. You know, Bret Hart from like maybe like
Okay.
93, 94. You know, like
Prime Bret Hart.
In his prime Bret Hart, because I feel like him and Orton would have had great chemistry. They're both technicians in the ring in their own right, but they're also, you know, athletic as fuck. So, you know,
There are two individuals that can also mold other styles and wrestle anybody as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
I also think that let me ask you another question to the same like vein of that. What era of Randy Orton would you want to face 94 Bret Hart? Like, what era do you think would suit that chemistry the most?
It's a good question.
Probably 2009 if I had to really pick.
Really? Homicidal Orton?
Because I feel like
bro, you're just asking him to end his career.
I feel like at
No,
that point
he wasn't ready.
I feel like in 2009, like he was already seasoned, but he wasn't like, you know, he wasn't out of his prime, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
I got you, man. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't Bret Hart retire in 1999 or something like that?
Yeah, after fucking Bill Goldberg kicked him in the fucking head.
That's why Goldberg, he doesn't like Goldberg. Because Goldberg fucking kicked him in the head or some shit.
That's probably why fucking Bret Hart doesn't like the term legend killer either, probably.
Don't forget.
Hey, storyline. We're writing it.
Don't forget, and it will be on video. If we reach $150 super chats, we will, our best one, Donnie, will have a signed figure, both Goldberg and Bret Hart at a big event in New York.
Yeah. What about you, Eddie?
Dream opponent. I saw your guys' answers, and I wanted to be different because I do agree with those. With Bret Hart, he never had a singles match like on record. I feel like that would be a great match to see. So I went a little different, and I went with Penta.
Nice.
And to Danny's point, when I was reading his answers, they're both technicians in their own right. And I feel like I would pick 2004 Randy Orton versus Penta probably now.
See, I would pick Penta now in 06 Randy Orton because we saw the magic he made with Rey Mysterio. So this would just be like running back the clocks and putting somebody else over.
He does have history working with luchador wrestlers, and that's where the technician comes in handy. And his finisher is like, there's not much setup to it. Like, it's just boom, surprise.
It could come out of fucking nowhere. Literally, it's like
exactly,
a fight, dude. Yeah,
literally, yeah. And I feel like that could be an interesting match to watch. So I'm a kind of present, not past or future.
Yeah. I'm going past, but I'm going to one that could again still happen, but it won't. Steve Austin. Steve Austin is somebody I would have loved to see trash Randy on the mic in like 05. Like I would have loved a legend killer Randy Orton versus Steve Austin, because you could see fucking cocky ass arrogant Randy Orton talking all his pretty boy shit, spewing his fucking gullet off, and then fucking Austin just shitting on him, and then him just being like,
I'm pretty sure we got something similar to that, because I remember for like a year or two, I can't remember, I think it was around 05, 04, we had
during like Taboo Tuesday season.
We had Eric Bischoff and Steve Austin as co-GMs. Remember that?
Well, yeah, but we didn't get a match, like a match or a storyline or some kind of like temperament to swim in the waters of what that could have been. And Austin just brought the best out of people. And Randy makes things interesting. He takes risks. He makes things bigger. Let's also not forget that Randy Orton is one of the OG best fucking sellers in the business. His fucking sells are fucking either astronomically cinematic or they're fucking hilarious. Like, I think Sean super kicked the fuck out of him once, and he just went right down, just dropped like a sack of potatoes, fucking arms under him, fucking legs spread to the fucking mat, and his face just out like he was taking a fucking nap, bro. And he just fucking dropped. And he has some of the best sells in history back in the day. There should be 20-minute fucking compilations of Randy Orton's best sells out there, because, dude, he was the OG seller of the entire company, and then he just became the sell E. And people ever since he's been hitting crazy. Ever since Evan Bourne's RKO, people have been putting his shit over rather than the other way around. So I would love if Randy would come back for those vicious sells again, just on his way out. And yeah, that's why I want it, because what it would have been like to see him properly sell a fucking stunner.
Yeah,
what it would have been
think
like.
about too. Their careers kind of overlapped to a small extent, but
he was on his way out when Randy was really starting.
There's
to,
no
like,
record of ever competing against each other in a singles or a tag team match, even. So
like I said, they did overlap. You're very right. Austin was on his way out when Randy was getting hot.
Austin left WWE, I think, in 2003.
It was right after his WrestleMania match with The Rock.
And
Randy started in '99.
I'm pretty sure Orton's first time on WWE was like 2001.
2002.
I thought it was 2001. I remember he used to show up periodically backstage. He had a fucking cast on his hand.
That was 2002. That was right after OVW.
Yeah,
he broke his fucking arm, and they're like, "Oh shit!" Right on the rise, and he's like, "Nah, bitch, I got this," and he actually got this. They gave it to him. But yeah, that's who I would have wanted him to lock up in the ring with. But guys, we do not have a main event topic. This was kind of the main event, but what's up?
You, my sir, have to choose who we're putting over next week.
Oh yeah, so guys, thank you so much for watching the We Are Wrestling Getting Put Over segment this week. We put over Randy Orton. Ah, my God. Next week,
putting on the spot again.
Nah, man.
I feel like that's what this entire episode has been, just Randy being put on the spot.
I was like,
next week we're putting over Kane.
I think we did already.
We put over Kane already?
Yeah.
God fucking damn it. Yeah, check that real quick. Fuck. We've done this fucking 128 episodes or 100 fucking whatever episodes we've done. This is hard now. Let's put
the more you put people over, the harder it's gonna be, because you're like, fuck, did we already put them over before?
Yeah, especially when like we're out. I'm pretty sure like we outrun the list.
Donnie did Kane back in episode 99.
Did Kane episode 99? Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, you have the fucking list. Okay.
Yeah, I have the list, so I'm the Donnie right now.
All right. So is there any way you can share the list right now from your screen, like on StreamYard? So you have to go to present to present, and then once you hit present, just put share screen, and then whatever screen it's on, so I can just take a look and like who we have and haven't done.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Stage. All right, cool. Let me just see this real quick.
This is the top. This is the top. It starts in 76 for some reason.
Okay. Okay, go down. I forgot we put over fucking Eugene. Ricky chose somebody? That's right. Homicide, Shawn Michaels. Okay, go down. Dude, this is getting fucking hard, bro.
It is, bro.
I'm telling you, last week I was scoping this list the whole time to make sure that Randy Orton was not on the list because I was just flabbergasted.
It's kind of amazing that we put over Eugene but never Randy Orton before tonight. That's kind of weird.
Scott
Alright, keep going
Steiner
down.
too. The boogeyman even too.
Keep going. Holy fuck, we're on episode 176?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wait, are you sure that it says it's your turn to choose, not mine?
No, Jeff Hardy was last week, and then this week was Randy Orton. So I can't edit the list. But
Oh, okay.
I just have to put Randy Orton next to mine.
So yours was Orton. Okay, so mine is this
Yeah.
week.
Mine. This one was this week.
Okay. Let's go with.
I don't think we've done like Dakota Kai or something like that, have we?
I think we did. I think we already did Dakota Kai at some point. Could have sworn to God we did. Oh fuck! This is hard. Let's put over
Undertaker.
No. Have we already done Undertaker? I'm pretty sure we did. If we
I
did,
was
yeah,
surprised.
Undertaker we did.
I was
This
surprised when
starts
I
at
saw Matt
76.
Hardy on the list, but not Jeff Hardy. I was like, what?
Yeah, I thought we did, Jeff. That's why I never said it.
Yep.
Fuck. This is fucking hard, and we already put over Kurt Angle, I'm assuming.
I think we did, yes.
Fuck it, let's put over the Big Show.
Big show, 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 big show.
Yeah, I don't think we have Big Show. Yeah, Big Show's not on there. Let's put over Big Show.
Big Show, one of the greatest big men in WWE history.
Yeah, so let's
Bada
go
bing,
with Big
bada
Show.
boom. Big show.
All right, so next week on Getting Put Over, we're putting over the Big Show. It's gonna be a fucking exciting ass fucking show. But before we close off the show, since we do not have a main event topic, is there anything else you guys want to touch base on before we end it?
Not just keep following us on social media. You can follow me on my personal YouTube channel, Dan Huckins PW. I stream all the weekly shows, watch alongs and stuff like that. Follow Rage on Twitch, follow Best One Donnie. Dan Eddy also has a Twitch, but he's hesitant on twitching the fuck out. I don't understand why. He always says he's gonna do shit, and then he's like, haven't got around to it yet.
Hey, stuff comes up, man. Stuff comes
It do
up.
be coming up, man. I get it. But hey, Dan, thanks for closing out the episode for me. Like you said, all of our links are down below. Make sure to turn on your post bell notification to know whenever we go live or upload something. And make sure you subscribe to the channel across all social media platforms, which you guys can find in the description box down below. And like always, guys, we'll see you next time. Grind is real and all that shit. Thank you guys for letting me host this week. It is a hard fucking job. I am not doing this again without planning. But guys, like always,
Make sure
be
you
safe,
guys
stay
check
safe.
out Donnie's extra tomorrow as well. Got to put that over.
Abso-fucking-lutely. And we will also be at Blitzkrieg this Saturday, October 11th, with Wild in the Streets. And it's going to be a really good time. And there's going to be a vlog coming out then, and a vlog coming out this Friday, the TNA Slammiversary vlog. So, guys, have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you guys next time.